Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you very much for all your questions. Mario and Nedum return. Shaka and Robbo are here. Let's start off with Arsenal, who won rather convincingly today, in case you missed that. Is this lineup that Arsenal has had for the past 5 or so matches actually their best? Rice getting forward with Jorginho providing build-up, which allows Kior to start for Zinchenko, and Havertz as target man over Jesus seems to allow Odegaard, Martinelli, Shaka to play free. I feel this isn't really a question, more of a statement.
I think it is a statement. I mean, yeah, by Jorginho, I've got problems with defensively, but for the Arsenal at the moment, he doesn't have to do a lot of defending. He's the player that's getting on the ball. He's allowing Rice to play further forward. Odegaard has been magnificent in recent weeks with his creativity. Havertz, I think, has led the line quite well. So probably, as long as Martinelli is fit and Shaka play in the wide areas, this is probably their strongest lineup. We heard, didn't we, when Jesus left Manchester City, Nedum, that he cried when he realised that he wasn't being selected as a forward. How do you think he's feeling now that Havertz is playing ahead of him?
Come on, don't do that, though. Don't do that. Yeah, but it's funny, at the start of the season, everyone was killing Havertz. You know, Kivior's coming in, everyone saying, why is he playing? But now, here we are, and it makes perfect sense. Lo and behold, people being picked for a reason. Whereas, yeah, I'm sure he's greatly disappointed. And as the season progresses, I'm sure Arteta will say, I need you, I need you, I need you. But it's very hard to assume that you're needed when you're sitting down watching games for probably 60, 70 minutes a pop every weekend.
Robbo, if you were the manager of Sheffield United, what would you have said at half-time?
I think he's right to make changes. It's because...
How are you feeling as a sub coming on when you're 5-0 down?
The players that have been on there...
I feel as a sub getting pulled after 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody get pulled after 15 minutes.
I mean, I would have gone the other way, and I'd have said, OK, we're going to, as Mario said, we're going to cause them a few problems. Let's go longer. Let's make a game of it. Let's not just sit back. They're destroying us if we sit back. Yes. Let's try and get the ball into the top third of the field. Let's play longer. Let's get it into the space. And let's see if Arsenal can defend.
Yeah.
The way they played was
were you ever
asking
in a
for trouble.
situation where you were down by such a big margin?
The worst it was, we were 4-0 down when I was playing for West Ham against the title winners, Everton.
I have to put that in. I have to put that in.
No, they were the title winners against Everton at Goodison Park.
Yeah. And
ended up being 4-0 because they slowed it down and we worked hard and tried to be professional. But yeah, it's not.
How was your performance in that game?
I had the ball taken off me for one of the goals by Peter Reid, which I wasn't.
Wow, he's really old as well.
So am I.
Mario, you were at Wigan, yeah? Was it at Wigan when you were down that much with Steve Bruce at half-time?
Yeah. I came off at half-time, but I tell you, honestly, it was the lowest I ever felt as a footballer, because when you come back on the field,
score?
What are you going to do? I think it was 9 or something.
Not
don't
at
act like you don't
half-time.
know, you know it. It was at Spurs. And for me, of course, you know, when you go as an ex-Chelsea player to Spurs, they already had a go at me from the first minute. So you know that's going to happen. And then when they keep on scoring, you're also the captain on the field, so they're going to, you know, make you feel miserable. But I have to say Spurs played a good game, and we were not ready to do anything. And what Robbo said, yeah, I totally agree. When I came to England, that they were teaching me how to put the problem on another place and far away from your goal. And we were not doing that because I think we played against Spurs and we felt like we could have them, but that was the problem.
I've stolen Sean's question, actually, so I'll read it now to Nedum and Shaka. What was the worst half-time score you ever had, and what was it like in the dressing room? Nedum?
Yeah, I think it was 4-0 down in the Tyne-Wear derby. So we at Sunderland thought that we were going to be doing well at St James's Park, and lo and behold, we were getting absolutely battered that first half. And it's very humbling. Like the one with Sheffield United today, you can't even take it in isolation because this is a pattern that they've shown over the recent weeks against good sides. But when you're getting pounded like that in a game that's such a big game to you, like, people are almost fighting with each other, that frustrated. The manager's sick to death of you. And interestingly, I don't know if this is a pattern, but the manager was Steve Bruce. So, yeah, he again told us we needed to go out there and try and show something to the fans that we're still left in the stadium.
Wow. Did Mario say he was captain of that Wigan team?
Yeah.
Didn't lead by example, did he?
Yeah,
I'm
right in saying that Mario then paid for all the fans' tickets.
Was
that
game on the pitch?
Yes,
am I right?
Yes, that's exactly that game.
Yeah, thank you very much. Robbo trying to bring you down.
Yeah,
I bring you up,
yeah.
Mario. Don't worry.
Hey, Robbo,
gesture. What a lovely
at least
gesture.
I played with a heart. I played with a heart, but I lost the game. So then I gave them back whatever they paid for to come and watch us, because that was not football. That was a bad thing, and it worked out because you know why? We needed the fans when we played at home.
Yeah.
They came up. They turned up at when we played at home.
I think Mario was paid a lot more money than we were at that time. So you can there's a fiver there.
It's a fiver.
Hey, I was a winger, my friend. Easy.
That's all it cost the fans to go there.
Have a bit of that. Shaka?
I don't think I've ever been down by more than 3 at half-time.
Right.
Well, not too bad. So you still feel, all right, we get a goal here.
Yeah.
We can make a game of this. No, I remember being down 3 at Everton with West Ham, which I think we eventually...
Same game I was playing in then.
No. I think we lost that 1-5 right before we lost 7 to Blackburn. I think it was.
That was your week of doom, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was bad.
Wasn't your fault. Did you ever notice fans getting up and leaving during a match, Nedum? Were you embarrassed when you saw that happening?
Was I embarrassed? I think I was just embarrassed by just losing on the field anyway. But in fairness, a lot of fans, they kind of prefer to let you know what they think about the performance more so than just leave, if you know what I mean. So
you would have preferred if they left.
You can see some of them leaving, and you can tell when the crowd's not great in your favour. No, because then when they leave, it means the ones that stayed are the ones who really want to tell you at the end of the game exactly how they feel. So that's the issue. So it's either they all leave, or it's just a few that are left. So yeah, it's a tough position to be in, but you know, everyone goes through it at some point.
Mario?
No, you know, when we lost that game, it was away from home. So then you're not so focused on if they're leaving or staying. I only had one game where our fans were banned. It was Ajax Feyenoord, and we went to the Rotterdam Stadium, and they had no Ajax fans. That's the only moment I had. And I tell you one thing, we understand why we become pros, because having your fans around you and them leaving early, it doesn't help you because it doesn't motivate us.
No, of course not. Shang?
I've never been getting beat that early or that bad that early at home.
Right.
You know, if you're 2 down or 3 down in the last 5 minutes, fans leave. You understand. But it's never been that bad that early. So you see fans leaving after 15 or 20 minutes, as you saw at Sheffield today.
Well, that game at Everton, West Ham fans, and you'll know the West Ham fans, they decided to sing the whole of the game, just to sort of, well, we're not enjoying the game, so we're going to have our knees up in the stands, and we're going to sing, and we're going to sing, and we're going to have a nice day out.
Oh, so it worked out all right for you.
It worked out okay, yeah.
Oh, that's okay. That's a shame. Nedum, in your touchline and post-game role, which club has the best accommodations, amenities for someone in your position?
Is this producer Mike that sent this one in? Because he knows that the one that people love going to the most is going to the Spurs Stadium. Because it's newer, it's got, you know, all the nice bits of food in there. I see journalists and stuff so passionate about going to Spurs because the food's great, because they've got space, because the Wi-Fi is great. And they're all like, this is great. But then if you wanted to go to, like, Fulham, they're not interested. Yeah, I've seen the other side then. I've seen the other side, and those amenities and stuff are great. Everyone's friendly wherever you go. But if you want space and you want that good stuff, I think the Spurs Stadium is where people are desperate to get to, Dan.
So where's the worst, Luton?
I think it depends. Is it Luton? No, Luton, they were really friendly. It was really small, but they were really friendly, and they had to invest to make it better to be up to scratch for the Premier League. But I did see quite a few people who were at Fulham who weren't too best pleased with having to cram in and get like just a soup for their dinner. But again, I don't know. This is the way people do things. Should it matter? Probably not, but for some it does. No, I'm not going to get in trouble, Dan. Don't even start off. It was not Alexis. It was not her, and I'm not going to have any slander against her.
So naughty,
not going to have that.
I'm a bit annoyed, I'm just saying.
Not Alexis.
No, I know what they do. After half-time, they just go in. They don't watch the game anymore. They go in to have their...
No, I tell you what.
Particularly at Chelsea.
What was interesting when I went from England to Spain don't care about journalists. You get nothing. You know, you may get a sandwich and that's it. But as opposed to, as Nedum said, it's quite a thing. Quite a competitive thing. the clubs go against each other to give the best food to the gym?
Arsenal used to be brilliant when I was allowed in there.
that was a long time ago. Yeah, that's back when Mario was buying tickets for everybody.
And what's the worst place you've been?
The worst place, I would say Fulham.
Fulham is getting a beating.
Because it's a tiny little area.
Right.
And there's a lot of journalists that go there.
I see.
It's a difficult one to go and get food and put your notes down and all that sort of stuff.
This is a very interesting way to start a question. We know Dan likes to smell Robbo. What are the panel's other favourite smells? The reason why this is a subject, because Robbo arrived slightly later yesterday because he was calling a game, and he smelled magnificent. It was a lovely scent.
Is it not the same today, then?
I can't really smell you. No, it wasn't as striking.
Well, there's another smell coming from this. That's the problem.
Maybe because Stevie was in the studio, so it was just a nice...
Oh, OK.
It was like the other end of the spectrum. Mario, what is your favourite smell?
I like Dove.
Oh, he likes what?
I don't know.
Oh, no!
He's got that lovely studio there.
What's the Spurs stadium? Wi-Fi is great.
Mario, can you hear me again? Oh, he can't. No, all right. Oh, man, we'll never know his favourite smell.
No.
How are we gonna
I bet he smells nice, though.
Mario?
You can imagine, can't you?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
A lovely scent.
The most expensive aftershave or whatever, or cologne.
Right, OK. How much would your bottle of cologne cost?
I get it when I go back on the plane, so it's...
Duty-free?
Duty-free, yeah, always duty-free.
I see. Oh, there you go. And what is it?
Well, there's 3 I use.
Oh, look at it.
It's
this is like
Dior
Anchorman.
on Sport. There we are.
Sorry?
Christian Dior on Sport.
Oh, yeah, that's that's
and Dunhill. There's the other one.
Dunhill?
Yeah, Dunhill.
Very, very British.
Yeah, very British indeed.
Very
there you are.
British.
What about your smell? Well, you can't describe that, can you?
I just rough it.
Yeah, you don't wear cologne, do you, Shaka?
Nah.
No, exactly. Shaka, it's just this natural musk.
Oh, yeah.
It's the leather of his Maserati. That's what.
Hey, there it is. Yeah. Oh, dear. Nedum, would you like to answer this question or go for the next question?
No, I can answer this one. I quite like the smell of like a bakery. You know, when you've got the smell of like croissants and things like that.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, fresh bread in the bakery. Oh, fantastic. Freshly cut grass.
Do you have candles in your house? Smelly candles?
Oh, useless. What's the point of candles? We've got electricity.
Well,
Denise has them all over the place, doesn't she?
Yeah, it's all nice.
Candles all over our house.
That's things you plug in.
No,
Yeah.
they're dangerous.
Are they?
If you leave them in for too long and you leave the house, they could catch fire.
Oh, well, there we are. Thank you for the warning. There you are, everybody. There'll be a letter from the people who make them now.
That's not true.
That is not true. Oh, nice court case for Robbo. Nedum, did you ever play as yourself in any of the FIFA video games when you were still playing? Do players take any sort of pride being in a video game?
Yes. 1,000 times yes. It all started, the first one I was on was football manager or championship manager. Yes, I played as myself for multiple seasons. And then when you arrive on FIFA, yes, I played as myself for multiple seasons. It's one of those things where realistically, like, you're a fan of football before you play it professionally. So all of a sudden, when you're involved in a game which you would have been playing anyway, it's like a huge sense of pride. Your friends love it, your family love it, and you get a chance to see yourself in there. Obviously, most of the time you're no good, but the mere fact that you now feature in the game which you've loved for so long, I think people are still doing it to this day because it's a huge step in that sort of progression of making it as a professional footballer, you could say.
I love that answer, Nedum. That is brilliant because that's exactly what most of us would do. You weren't around, obviously.
No, not when there were those
video,
sort of
but
games.
you are now the voice of FIFA.
Oh, I'd love to be with Nedum or commentating on Nedum. I go, well, what was he doing there? Or, what?
The best part of you commentating is that people who then take AI and make you swear a lot of people. That is
Uncalled for.
Oh, they're brilliant. They're really good.
Uncalled for.
They may be very, very...
Oh.
You ever play as yourself, Shaq, back in the FIFA days?
I've never played those games.
You only... No.
Derek Ray keeps telling me to shut up, doesn't he? Or is that what he does?
Well, in much less polite terms than that.
Okay.
My mate's son is on the FIFA game.
The one who's gone to France?
Wayne Frederick II, who's drafted by Colorado Rapids.
Yes.
He's on the game. So if I were playing FIFA, I'd I'd use him in my team.
Oh, that'd be
I don't know
fantastic.
what-
Very good. Oh, nice one. I like that. That's a nice way to end. Lucky Stephen Craig on here. They would very much poo-poo on all of that. We will be back here tomorrow to reflect on Bayern Munich against Lazio. You're
Big game.
Yeah,
Big game.
Big game. Big game. Yeah, there it is. That's the sort of commentary you get on
And
FIFA.
reviewing plug-in smelly things.
Oh, Shaka,
Yeah.
would you bring that back up?
I'm trying to get away from that.